Hey painters, so this was requested by a sickly lady at the minute. It's probably a little extreme, but could just call her Irish. She's been wanting to look at my pen stash for quite a while, and I've been adding rather than actually showing her, so she's been sat on her hands waiting. So I figured let's cheer her up a little bit, and yeah, if you wanna listen to random tism talk about diamond painting, then feel free to like and subscribe and listen along while you paint. Alright, let's get started. So the first one that I have here is, she's been dying to see these as well, it's a Donna Bass, which I picked the blank out and it was a custom. Unfortunately I can't remember who made the blank, but I wanted to stick with the mermaid scales in the design, and I'm a sucker for purple, so that's one of many. Hoping my husband isn't paying too much attention. And then this is another custom, again the blank I chose, and it was sent to Donna. That's the process. A lot of turners will send them to her, and some also has little sections of little oranges in, but pens are a good way to add, you kind of add a little bit of personality into when you work, and it's nice that they match as well, like seasons or paintings that you do in. Or this one again is another sea theme from, I live quite close to the coast now, so but I love how the blue and the white runs through this one. And again, Donna will custom each of these. Again, all of these are Donna. This one I think, no, this one was a custom too. I love the flower bursts, and you can have crystals, you can have without. It's a really good communication with Donna to actually kind of say, hey, this is what I'd like, and after a while she kind of gets used to your messages about it. But I love this one. I love vivid colours as much as the next person. So this one, again another custom, and another blank that I picked, which I've really got to stop doing, but I can. So this one, again, I get drawn in by how they all the colours run through together, and the little additions. This one I didn't have anything added on. I didn't want to distract from the colours or the little patterns that you see running through. I love this band across the middle. I didn't feel like it needed anything else. This one was again another custom blank. This one was by Dawn, and I remember because it was only done recently, I managed to get it in October, which, given the blank, is very important for us. And roses were this person's favourite, who this blank was made for, in memoriam of, but I wanted to have everything combined. But the pink too just runs through the pen really nice, and they're so comfortable too. It's very important for me to have, you'll see on a lot of these, the notches in the same area on everyone, because I paint from most days from 8 till almost 5, so I'm always holding these. So this one again was a custom. I let Donna have free rein with this one because I wasn't sure what the blank was going to come out like. I just knew I loved the glitter that runs through it. And you kind of have all the different turns. And I am a sucker for colour. When I work, it's just a much nicer feeling. This is the last one I got from Donna that was a pen pop. It was a quick grab. And I saw the colours, and I know I've posted about it a little bit. The colours just drew me in because I love purple, the aquas, and then having the floating flower in the middle. And it just looks delicate, but it looks with how the sections are. And it may look, it's a thicker cast, but the way it looks heavy. It's probably one of the lightest that I own. So I'm very glad about that, considering how long I hold them for. But this one, ugh, pretty. So we're still on Donna. Pens roll, so I use normally putty to hold them, but currently I don't have any to hand. So this one I was really intrigued by the blank. Gives very much like a galaxy kind of vibe, midnight. So I wanted a moon in there. Again, a custom. I keep buying blanks from the drops, and then I'm like, oh, I've got like 10 with Donna at least, and yeah, can regret all that later, right? Then this one has the glitter running through with the purple, and then like a darker midnight colour. I don't think it's going to focus. And it just, I love the middle, but this one, I was waiting for this one because I didn't really have a darker pen. This one again, from a recent custom drop that I had with her. And Laura just went past. So this one again, it has a really nice flower burst. I like to give Donna a lot of free rein because she can see the blank in person and I can't. And I like to trust the small business that I use, that they've done this for a very long time, that they know what they're doing. But it's just so pretty. Like when you, like literally when you hold that, like how can you not? And it always hits the sun right here where I'm sat, because in an afternoon the sun hits behind me and comes straight through this way. And I'm looking into a big double window, so I get light basically wherever. This one again was a blank. I think this was a Troy blank, Troy Shipley, but please don't quote me on that because I am probably wrong. But again, I wanted to see how these divided. And again, I didn't think it needed much addition to kind of like the actual pen itself. I didn't want to go crazy with like crystal and then ruin the glitter and the separation of the colours. So that's a really fun one. And again, really lightweight to hold, and it has the regular divots. Also, I have very small childlike hands, but my fingers look squashed, so winning. All right, this one again is a recent. I try and order ahead if I know my drawers come up at Donna's to get. This was a snowflake blank from Don. I think it's Castaway Creations. I think so. I have so many little notifications come up being like, oh, Castaway's like ready to send, and I'm like, oh, I've done it again. But anyway, this one's got a lot of little snowflakes, glitter, and I was like, right, let's go like full Christmas and do all the little gems of Christmas, the green and the red. And again, it's a thick cast, I want to say girth, but oh my lord, will I get ripped to shreds for that? But anyway, I did. But again, it's really lightweight and it has the notches. These are the most important part of any kind of pen, because if I'm using it, I'll always make sure that both are filled, and then I can just flip. I constantly flip, so normally I'll have like a single placer in the end of most of them. And then this one is also a Christmas vibe. Well, it gave me Christmas vibes anyway because of the red and the clear. And then you've got the red crystals at the end. Again, I think this was actually a pen pop. It was a quick grab. And I saw it and I was like, oops. I'll say I'll have it. And then here we are. This one is currently in use quite a lot because it has the biggest multiplace that I have. I think it's a 12. My 15 bent, so I don't use it anymore. So I think this one's a 12, and in the other end is a single. Using that on a lot of paints at the minute. I'll leave that there because that is one of my current pens. That's not a Donna. That one slipped out. This was my second or third Donna pen that I bought, and it has again the flower burst. This my most favourite is the flower. And again, oh no, this was a pen pop. I've got to stop being like, yeah, I'll have these. I have no concept of how much I spend. It's a good and a bad thing. But this one again, I love like the earth colours and the teal and the glitter and the pink, and it just seems false how it melts, and just a sucker for anything pretty. That's currently my spacer. And then I think we've got one Donna pen left. Yeah, this is my very first one, which again was a pen pop, because Donna's groups not hard to get into, but it's hard to actually get on. I say ladder as if I'm like buying a house, to actually get a pen. And I saw this one and I was like, I had to, because if you can see, if it translates so well, but you've got the clear greys, darker greys, glitters that go into blue, and then browns and golds, and makes me sick with how pretty it is. She always does such a good job, but this one I always come back to because it is so comfortable. They all are, but something about you first. There we go. That's how pretty that one is. So those are my Donnas. I said Donnas like everybody knows anyway. I do have others. So my second most used would be, I have a card here too, Pen Palooza. So my second would be MTNInspirations. I actually have a pen coming in, from here, so I have one in the mail. Very quick delivery, so I definitely recommend that. This one is one of our recent purchases. So you've got, again, I love the glitter in the end, and then just have you've got like blues and pinks, purples, and I know I probably sound ridiculous talking about pens like that, but I enjoy it. Like, it helps me enjoy the entire process of diamond painting if everything goes together. And this is currently being used, second biggest placer, and it has a little snowman and snowflakes. This was one of the most recent drops, so again, you can't really custom or pick a blank, I don't think, with MTN. I tend to stick to the drops, which got like, they post and then 5 minutes later they'll all be gone, so you have to be quick. Apparently I'm too quick because I own 2, 4, 8 with a 9th on the way, so I could be a little bit slower. But again, I love that the glitter runs through, and again, comfortable and just reliable, that with again the fittings of each end. But yeah, very Christmassy, which is why that one is also currently being used. And I've got one more that I've been swimming between. Again, this is the out of the Hanukkah drop, and again, I love the actual sparkles in there, the blues, the greys, over the overlay of glitter, and it stands out. I'm a sucker for, again, midnight blues. Any kind of colour I'm obsessed with. And then another Christmas drop. This was actually the Christmas drop, I think the first one. And this has little Christmas trees in the glitter. Oh, there we go. So again, no matter how much I like turn it upside down, like that, it's the gold overlay that runs through that. Ugh, gotta stop buying pens. Like one of every colour at this point. This was, I think this was one of my first MTNs, which I'll actually put this back here just for now. Again, how can they even do that? And regardless of how non-girly I'll try and be, I am a sucker for pretty flowers. And again, everyone. But again, lightweight, and as usual, the DAC tips. I've been through plastic, the other steel, the angled tips, the every place imaginable, and I will always come back to DAC. And this is another one. I bought this was before Christmas was even thought about, but I looked at it and I thought of Christmas because it has like white little lacy parts in it. You've got the pale pastel blues, gives me very cool tone, chilly vibes, and then you also got the wood at the back, which again makes it lightweight, but they all are anyway. So keep knocking them out. This was another recent purchase that made me think of spring. So again, with how they all inlay. Just pretty. It's a simple one. I mean, I find it simple, but it's a very calming to use. It's not bright. It's not very spring. Another one which makes me think of spring is the multi-layer floral colour, which again, I know Irish loved this when I first got it, and I still use it really regularly. But again, I like to swap out the pens depending on season, the painting I'm working on. Ignore my nails. My crippling anxiety means that I don't like to book I cannot book appointments to get them done, and I haven't painted them myself recently. Alright, this is a peachy keen. Again, this was off Etsy and it was another pen drop deal, and I liked it because it gave me space galaxy vibes. But this is peachy keen. Pretty. All of them are pretty. That's the problem I have. They are all pretty. Okay, now this next one is by MistikMakers. It's the only one I have, and it gives me very similar vibes to my very first order that I bought. I got this at Halloween. Went on a little binge, I think. I really need to stop doing that. Again, it's browns, darker colours, and then it's these, the rose vibes that track me every time. And then this one, this is the only pen I have from Madwood Turning, and I love it. However, the notches, after a while, you get stuck on this because it's very close. I have had to stop using it because I was getting here very uncomfortable. Again, if you diamond paint for a long amount of time, that's what happens. But yeah, that's all my pens that I have, which is gonna be too many if you ask my husband. But I don't know if I can get a so that is all my pens, and currently on my pens. I know Donna's got a few blanks sat in there. All of these apart from Donna you can find on Etsy. Yeah, every single one. But again, Donna has a Facebook group which you can join to see about the ones that are dropping, or you enter into kind of like you jot numbers down, and if your number gets picked then you can purchase that pen. But there's a lot on there to choose from, and other items that she also creates herself. So check them out. Thanks guys.